I could stay like this, forever following you.
Welcome back to Cosmoholics Anonymous. I am your favorite girl, BougieVyntage, and today's video is Botox. Was not planned, had no intention on doing this, and quite frankly, I kind of want to drink, but it's 4 a.m. 4 motherfucking a.m. So let's get your lives lived and shit. Hey Bo, I would like to start off by telling you how much respect I have for you for spending the time to sit and give advice to young girls and providing an outlet for them to ask you questions. Oh, thanks, doll. I'm not really asking for advice, but I just really need to tell someone the whole story. Anonymous, please. And maybe if you decide to use my story, someone else can avoid my mistakes. See, this girl sounds like she got a head on her shoulders. When I was 13 years old, I joined an app designed to let you speak to people all over the world. I was just bored. Turns out that the main audience on the app was 20 to 30-year-old guys. I'd post selfies and shit on the app, and I'd always get these messages from such as sexy babe, and these men would flatter me, and this made me feel grown up and happy. I can probably see you rolling your eyes at that. I know I actually didn't. But looking back now, I feel like it was because I got very little, just the smart girl, and back then, I think she meant very little attention. She didn't put attention though. Just the smart girl, and back then I felt like that was a problem, so I fought for recognition in probably the worst way I could. But then one guy really shook me on there. He slid into my messages offering me money, about 6,000 pounds. See, I don't know too much about conversion, but what I do know is that 70 pounds is a lot of money. So 6,000 pounds gotta be like, girl, honey. And I might have been young, but I could smell the bullshit. Okay, so I got excited for no reason. I asked about what he was asking from me, and he said in return for pictures. I wasn't about the prostitute life, so I lied and told him that I was 11 years old to throw him off, but his response was, "I don't care, sweetie. This is a business offer." No words. I told him that I was 11 again, and he said the same thing. I blocked, reported, and logged out. I was so freaked out. This happened multiple times, and I almost became numb to it. I never told anyone and have carried this with me for many years, as I felt that it was my fault that I put myself in a vulnerable position. I also lied about my age and told guys I was older than I was so they would keep talking to me. This is awful, I know, and that was the main reason I didn't want to tell anyone. I was ashamed. Now I'm older, far from grown. I look back at what I did and I realized just how wrong I was, as the conversations would often get inappropriate, especially considering the age gap, but at the same time it gave me a reality check and put me back in my place. It made me more mature in the long run, as much as I regret it, but I might as well learn something from the experience. I don't exactly want advice. If you have any comments on the matter, I would happily take it though. But I just hope that if you decide to speak about my experiences, someone in a similar situation could avoid making a huge mistake. I'm sorry this is so long. I didn't know how to word it, as I've never told anyone before. No, don't worry, girl. She's not asking for advice. She just wanted you guys to know her situation. Funny, because I have two little cousins, and this is a couple years ago, and they were just, 9 years old at the time, and they had joined IMVU. I was freaked out when they joined because I know what IMVU is, and it is a chat room basically, and the characters themselves are very inappropriate. They have full breasts, they're shaped nicely, and they're made to be sexy, and you can talk to people and leave places and go places with people, and it's like a virtual type game, almost like Sims, but not Sims. Even Sims, I have a problem with them playing because they do woohoo in the bed, and I'm just not here for it. So my two little cousins had joined a chat room or joined IMVU, and I had gone on the computer to see what they were doing, and I'm looking at the chat that they're having with a grown man, And they've lied about their age, they've lied about their ethnicity, they've lied about a whole bunch of things. They're saying that they're 18 years old, they were 9. And it really pissed me off. And I didn't really know how to handle the situation other than to like deal with them and tell their parents what they're doing, because you're not in the mind of somebody else, so you don't know how far somebody's willing to take it. Even if they are just 9 years old, they may take it upon themselves to figure out a way to go meet up with somebody that they met online, and from there's no more Chris Hansen, okay? But the point is that they weren't being honest to begin with, and I'm just like, why are you guys lying about your age, saying that you're freaking exotica? Like, they were like saying that they were like Asian and Spanish and stuff, and I'm just like, a Guyanese, like they were just lying through their damn teeth saying that, and I was just so, I don't even know what words to use. I was hurt by it, I was shocked, I was disappointed, I was like worried, stressed. Girl, I was every emotion in the book. And you're obviously a little bit older than they were, but it doesn't matter. When I was a kid, I would join certain chat rooms when I was a kid, but I wasn't that age. I was a little bit older, and I wouldn't talk to anybody that made me feel uncomfortable. So when I discovered that they were doing that, I had to put a stop to it immediately. I told them they're not allowed to use IMVU anymore because it's just inappropriate and they're too young for it, and there's so many other websites. They should be on Barbie.com. Like, I was on Barbie.com at 9. Like, you know what I mean? Like, chat rooms are definitely filled with pedophiles and creeps, and the fact that the man was saying he didn't care that you were 11 is really disturbing to me. And it just goes to show what kind of people are really out there in the world, and why we need to shelter our kids and our cousins and our brothers and sisters from that stuff. Because if you weren't creeped out and you weren't sensible, you could have sent him photos. You could have went to be like, you know, it's easy to influence a little kid to do certain things, even if they think it's not right. He told you he's gonna send you 6,000 pounds. Like, you know what I mean? Some kids just want to buy candy and they're like, oh wow, 6,000 pounds, is that, you know how much candy I could buy with that? And then they go take a picture of their non-existent titties and send it to this creep in Minnesota or some shit, and then like it would just be a mess. I really appreciate you for sharing your story, because I do feel like a lot of times people just do need to hear other people's stories and learn from their mistakes, but you guys should not be on chat rooms, especially not that young. It's inappropriate. It's filled with disgusting pedophiles and creeps that could be just whacking off just at the thought of that they're talking to a 12-year-old, which is disturbing. It is inappropriate. It is disgusting. It's just not right. And so I really do advise you guys to stay off chat rooms, especially if you are under the age of 18. Hey girl, I have this friend. At this point, it's really questionable if she's even my friend, so I'm gonna call her friend, capital E-N-D, honey. End, okay? Because everything has an end except pizza, right? Deadass, facts, yes, 100% pizza is life. Anyways, my problem is that every time I like a guy and tell her, she starts flirting and talking with him nonstop. Before I told her, she didn't even acknowledge that he was in the room. I think it's really rude of her because we were best friends for 3 years. I know how she is, and if I discussed the problem with her, she would disagree and flirt even more. And I have tried not telling her about who I like and want, but she can always tell when I'm interested in a man. Love you. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm not going to try to say it. But I tell you guys the same thing every time. Drop the girl. Drop your friend and, you know, move on, because that is something that will go on for a very long time. If you are friends with a girl that is like that, that will not end. She will continue to do that until, you know, she's in a relationship herself. And sometimes it will carry on even when she is in a relationship, and she'll still find a way to buddy up your boyfriend or buddy up the guy you're interested in. It's not right, it's not fair. I wouldn't associate myself with anybody that was like that. It's hard to end friendships, but sometimes you just gotta do it. When you realize that people don't have your best interest at heart and they're only ever looking out for themselves when you are constantly looking out for not just yourself but them as well, you need to ditch them. Like, get rid of this bitch. Why is she in the picture still? I don't know, but you should probably get rid of that ass. There's nothing else to really do. I was going to suggest that you stop telling her who you like, but you said that she can always tell who you're interested in. If you are interested in a guy and you start pursuing that guy, if that guy likes you too, it won't matter if the girl's flirting with him or not. You didn't say how old you were, but I have a feeling that you're really young and that you got your whole life ahead of you. So there's no point to be dwelling on this ain't shit ass friendship or these ain't shit ass little boys that you're interested in anyway. Okay, ooh, we got somebody that's 22, honey. Hey girl, I'm 22 years old and I feel like I'm not where I want to be in life. So I'm from New York. For 2 years I went to school in South Carolina, got my cosmetology license and associate's degree and took a few business courses. I recently came home to New York and now I have to basically start over. I'm feeling very discouraged. I look at other women my age doing hair and they're amazing. I know everyone has to start from somewhere, but I've just been feeling like I can't do it. And I just don't have what it takes anymore. Not only that, but my father is pushing me to get my bachelor's degree. But the issue is that I want to take the early childhood education course. I love kids. Not to mention that I'm back at home and I'm ready to move out ASAP. Sigh. I am all over the place. So my questions are, should I just push through and continue my cosmetology career? Do you think I could do both early childhood teacher and hair? And how do I tell my father to stop being so abrasive without being rude? Or just start looking for apartments and move out? I know this was a lot, lol, sorry. I love your videos, by the way. You are one of the best on YouTube. Thank you. Okay. The first thing I'm going to tackle is, yes, you can definitely do both jobs, especially because one is a trade. Hairstylists are always going to be in demand because everybody always needs to get their hair done. Some women only get their hair done. I'm one of those people. Up until recently, like, I always would just get my hair done. I never ever would wear wigs and stuff like that. I think in your situation, what is so tight here? You can do early childhood education and you can do hairdressing as well, because you can do hairdressing out your house. You don't have to work in a salon and have salon hours. You can do it on the weekends if you want. With early childhood education, that would be more 9 to 5-y. Sometimes 9 to 7. I don't really know how that works, but I have a feeling that that is mainly like a weekday type thing, and on weekends you would be free to do hair, which means extra income, cash first of all, and no tax. I think that it would be dope to do both. You did a business course. You can start your own business. It's just a matter of getting your finances in order to do that. And so maybe you should do the early childhood education so that you can start saving, so that you can open a salon if that's what your heart desires. But if you went to cosmetology school and you don't feel as though you want to do hair anymore, well, at least you still have that skill, and that skill will never leave you as long as you continue to practice it and do your friends' hair, do your family's hair. Order business cards and give those out. If your hair is always laid and like people stop you in the mall and stuff and ask you who did your hair and you're like, oh, I did it, I'm a hairdresser, that's a good way to get business for yourself. And once you start having clients come to your home, or you start traveling and going to do people's hair at their homes, you build a client base, a business relationship with them, and once you do open your salon, they're going to be the first people knocking on the door telling you to open up because they want to get their hair done. So I think you should definitely do whatever your heart desires. When it comes to your dad, you just have to politely let him know that what you want to do is what you want to do. Let him know that you have goals and aspirations and they're not always going to fall in line with what he wants you to do. Tell him if you don't want to go to school to get your bachelor's, then don't. Like, that is not up to him to decide, because you are your own person. Obviously he wants the best for you, but at the same time it's not his life and he can't live vicariously through you. I think that when it comes to moving out, you should wait until you're financially stable to move out. One of the mistakes that we make at that age is moving out before we're ready. And I get it, you just don't want to be around them because they're trying to run your life, but at least if you're there and you don't have to pay rent, you can save your money to do what you want to do with it. And lastly, one thing I want to address, because you said that you're seeing other people that are your age that are getting shit done, that you feel as though you should be getting done. No. Just because somebody else looks or appears to have it all figured out and they're around the same age as you doesn't mean you do too. We do not have it all figured out in our 20s. I do not have it all figured out. I'm getting there, but I don't have it all figured out. I go with the flow with my life. I've been going with the flow forever, honey. And honestly, life leads you into some crazy places, both good and bad. So I don't think you should be beating yourself up about not being where you see other people at, because where anybody else is at in their life right now is none of your business. The only business that you should be concerning yourself with, or the only life that you should be concerning yourself with, is your own. And you really shouldn't be worrying about where other people are at. It's the same with YouTube. It's like, not age-wise, but like subscriber counts and view counts. Like if I were paying attention to other people's subscriber counts and view counts and not my own, I wouldn't be producing content or good content, because I'd be worrying about other people's shit. I ain't worried about nobody's shit but my own. Like the only subscriber count I can keep up with is my fucking own. The only view count I can keep up with is my own. So you can't be putting your energy into other people's affairs. It's not healthy. It's not good to do. And the longer you do that, the longer you're not watching your own lane, is the more you're gonna crash. So you need to just get your life, okay? But I would definitely push through with the cosmetology thing and continue to work at it. Just promote yourself as much as you can. You know, offer deals, like post on your Instagram. Don't be afraid to self-promote, because people love discounts, okay? They really do. Even if it's not a discount. For this week only, you can get your hair done for $80. Usually price is $120, when in fact that's a lie, okay? You just gotta scam your way. I'm joking, but literally figure out a way to promote so that people will want to come see you, and get your portfolio going so they can see what you can do. Because a lot of the times with like hair pages and stuff on Instagram, I'll look at them and I'll just be like, your shit's subpar. I wouldn't let you touch my hair with a 10-foot pole. So it's important to have a good portfolio, and for your pictures of your clientele on your Instagram to be popping, because Instagram is definitely one of the biggest ways for business right now. Oh gosh, here's some tea. Hey boy, I'd like to remain anonymous, but I believe my dad is cheating on my mom because he's always hiding his phone and he sometimes lies to us. I asked him about it one time. Child, you was brave. And he repeatedly said that he would never do that. I don't believe him, but my problem is that I see him FaceTiming a lady and it is a family friend. Oh, hell no, honey. Oh my gosh. This family friend is someone my mom does not like at all. And she always calls him. Where is your mother when this is happening is the question. Whenever it is just me and him, he talks to her and becomes happy and buys me stuff. He's trying to keep that ass quiet, girl. I can't. He also never lets me use his phone anymore. Should I tell my mom? By the way, I love you, and where do you get your chokers from? Wink. I don't know, some of you guys might have seen the website, but it's definitely about to be on and popping. We's all gonna be bougie. But so I'll link for the chokers in the description box. This is a tough one. Let me put it this way. If my mom was dating somebody, whether it's my father or not, it could be her boyfriend, I see him with another woman, that's obvious that he is cheating, I would be at a crossroads and I would think to myself, do I tell my mom and hurt her? Or do I keep this to myself and let it eat me alive that I know and that I didn't tell her? Because I think that when you don't tell somebody something like that, especially if it's somebody as close to you as your mother, she wouldn't resent you because you're her child and you're obviously in a situation where you don't know what to do, but it's still very sticky and you don't know what kind of reaction you would get out of that, and you don't know how it's going to affect your family in the long run. Without solid proof, it's hard to say, yeah, go tell her. However, if your father is not FaceTiming this woman when your mother's around and he's buying you stuff because he thinks that you know and he's trying to keep you quiet, then it's very wrong. Oh my gosh, I don't want to be on here telling you, yes, go tell your mom, your family breaks apart, and then like I would feel horrible for that. If it were me in the situation, this is what I will say, if it were me in the situation and I knew, I would have to tell my mother, because that's my best friend. Like, I'm not gonna know that my mom's man, whether it's my father, her boyfriend, whoever, her new husband, like, I'm not gonna know that he's cheating on her, he's doing my mom dirty, and not tell her, because as long as you know, there's something you can do about it. And you know, I think there's a way to tell. I think it's all about how you tell your mom and the way you go about telling her. Or if there's anything that I would do first before I actually jumped out the gate and told my mom, because I don't have solid evidence other than the FaceTiming thing, I would just tell my mom that. I would either just tell her, Dad's been FaceTiming the lady that you don't like, the family friend that you don't like. I would either tell her that, or I would go to my father or my mom's boyfriend or her husband, whatever, and tell him, either I'm gonna tell mom or you are, and I know what you're doing with that lady and it needs to stop, because I'm not gonna allow you to hurt mom anymore. Sometimes you can't ask, you have to tell them that I know what's going on and you're in trouble for it. I think that's what I would do if it were me in the situation. And that's just that. Like, I don't think there's anything you can really do about that, because that's really a tough one. It really is. I don't want to be like, I don't want to be in the middle of your parents' relationship problems, okay? I'm so sorry. But those are your two options. Either tell your mom about the FaceTime thing. Don't say that he's cheating. Just tell your mom what you told me without saying that he's cheating on her, and she can address the situation how she wants to address it. You just have to break it to her in a way that she won't feel too threatened. And also, the other option is to obviously tell your dad that you know more than you actually do, and that if he doesn't tell your mom, that you're gonna tell mom, and see what happens there. Hopefully your dad's not a mass murderer and kills you, okay? But I doubt that. So moving on. I'm a subscriber from London and I love your channel. You're amazing. Keep doing you. Thank you very kindly. I would like to stay anonymous. I am 14 years old and I want to be a surgeon, but I have experienced a lot of shit in my life. When I was 6 years old, I was sexually abused by a friend that was 5 or more years older than me. He lived near me. I never told anyone until this year. I have also experienced self-hate, but I try not to feel that way anymore. I love to eat, LOL, food is life. She said 72 kilos. So my question is, how do I become so confident, and how do I get over what's happened in my life? When I am older and I'm in a serious relationship, should I tell him? I hope you get to this email. Love you lot. Sorry for the long email. I'm quite shy around new people and I have no male friends because I feel awkward around them. I think that to get over something traumatic like that, you need to continue to talk about it and not be afraid and ashamed to talk about it, and talk to other people that have gone through similar things. I think that in order to be confident, you have to really believe in yourself, and I tell you guys the same thing every time. I'm not even going to repeat it today because I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. You know, confidence comes from within. You can struggle with confidence if you have an issue with body image. There's definitely days where I don't feel as confident as others, but I think that's everybody. And everybody has bad days and everybody has down days, but you definitely need to search inside and find what would ultimately give you validation and make you feel good about yourself in order to actually be confident and feel confident and believe that you are beautiful and that you are loved, and you know, just everything positive, just positive vibes all around all the time. You say you like food, well, you need to be feeding yourself positive vibes and telling yourself that you are pure greatness and that you are smart and kind and beautiful inside and out, and nobody can take that away from you. You have to really just feed yourself those things until they consume you, not in a bad way obviously, but until they, like, you know, until it's embedded in you and nothing anybody says to you about your appearance or about your attitude or about anything can take that away from you, because what anybody has to think about you or what anybody thinks about you and what anybody has to say about you is irrelevant to you. It does not matter, because you know who you are as a person, and you don't get validation from other people. You get validation from yourself, as you should. And I talked about this in the last Botox. Yeah, I definitely would share those intimate details about my life with whoever I was in a relationship with, but at the right time. Hey Bo, my name is Davina, I'm 16. Me and my boyfriend have been together for almost a year, and I knew him since we were kids. I've been with him since I was 15. During this year, we lost our virginities together, and I've had over 12 pregnancy scares. And he stood by my side each time. I thought I was. Do you think me and him will last long? P.S. I love you and your channel, Bo. I've been watching your channel for a while. You're such an inspiration. I look up to you. If you looked up to me, if you motherfucking looked up to me, you wouldn't be having no 12 pregnancy scares. Like, you are 16. I've not had one pregnancy scare. Not one. You are 16. You are a child. From 15 to 16, you're telling me you've had 12 pregnancy scares? 12. Why, if you are having sex at 16, which you shouldn't be, but if you are having sex at 16, why are you not protecting yourself? I'm not saying your boyfriend's cheating on you. I'm not saying anything of the sort. However, in this day and age, to not be protecting yourself while having sex is just pure stupidity, and I cannot fathom it. I can't even deal with it. Like, this shit right here just irritates my soul every single time you guys email me the same fucking shit. Like, I'm really fucking irritated at this point, and I don't, like, you guys make me not want to fucking give you advice, because I've been saying the same thing for almost a year now, and it's just like, when are you guys gonna fucking get the picture? Let my fucking daughter come home one day and tell me that she's scared that she might be pregnant. I will beat the skin off of her. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And I know you guys send me these. I'm not supposed to judge you, like, and I don't. Honest to God, I don't judge you. But I'm just looking at you like you're a fucking idiot. Like, what? What are you gonna do at 16 and being pregnant? Like, why are you having scares? Obviously, if you're having a pregnancy scare, that means you're not using protection. Obviously, if you're not using protection, you're putting yourself at risk for more things than just getting pregnant, i.e. fucking diseases. But which is really worse? Which is really worse at 16 years old? Let me know. I don't have advice for you today. I'm so sorry. I don't have advice for you today because I'm sick. Hi, Bo. This incident happened in the beginning of September. My boyfriend and I are in a long-distance relationship, so we don't get to see each other very often. When we did see each other, we did things any other couple would do when they haven't seen each other in a while. I asked if I could go through his phone. Since I trusted him, I felt like I wouldn't find anything inappropriate, but I was wrong. The first thing I looked through was his messages. After looking for about a minute, I came across a message between him and a girl. Before reading the conversation, I asked him who she was, and he said she was an old friend from school. I began to read this conversation, and my heart instantly shattered when I saw what they were talking about. He went on to tell this girl how he wanted to smash some girl from his school. When I checked the date, we were together when he said that. I showed him what I had seen. He said he didn't remember saying it, and he didn't mean it. Not only was I mad, I was hurt because he told me I was the only girl he wanted. Listen, I tell y'all all the time, these niggas ain't shit. So, like, why are you surprised? Why are you surprised, especially being in a long distance relationship? He apologized, so I forgave him. Believe that ass and leave that ass. That is my motto, okay? Believe that ass and leave that ass the first motherfucking time. He apologized to me, so I forgave him. The next day was perfect. I pushed what happened last night out of my mind and we had a great time together. Not for long though. I wanted to go through his phone again because after what I seen, it made me wonder what else he had been saying. So I started going through his phone and I saw once again him saying he wanted to smash some girl's sister. His friend told him the girl wasn't easy and he told him he would change that. Rotted. At that point, I had had enough. I was done with him. He said he didn't remember saying it. Wait, is he drunk when he's fucking texting? Like, what do you mean you don't remember saying it? These niggas really ain't shit. He's a fuckboy. End of story. Like, oh my gosh. He said he was probably mad at me about something. So just because you're mad, you're gonna say you're gonna go fuck somebody? Like, stop it. Like, my nigga, like... At that point, I have had enough. I was done with him. He said he didn't remember saying it and said he probably was mad at me about something. I didn't care about what he was saying at the moment. I was so angry. I couldn't believe he considered cheating on me after I had been loyal to him for 2 years. After that, I took him back the same day after he begged me not to go. He even cried. I didn't trust him at all, but because I love him, I took him back. Till this day, I still don't know if he had sex with those girls. He said he didn't, but who knows? So tell me, was I foolish for taking him back, or did he deserve a second chance? Please let me know. What I'm going to let you know is that I'm not giving you advice. Don't email me when you know the fucking answer to your question. Like, next. Like, I told you guys in the last fucking Botox, don't waste my time. Do not waste my subscribers' time. Don't waste our fucking time. Like, I'm so fucking irritated. That's 2 emails in a row that pissed me off. Like, it's not gonna be a happy day in Bow City. I'm so dead ass. Like, I'm so irritated. Like, I'm so irritated I could cry. Like, I'm so pissed off. I need you guys to stop being fucking airheads. You guys are all fucking airheads. Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you emailing me the same motherfucking thing that somebody emailed me the week before or like the month before, whatever the fuck the last Botox was? Because every single Botox has been the same and I'm sick. I cuss y'all out once, I'ma cuss y'all out until you fucking get it. Like, I'm sick of getting the same fucking emails. I'm about to stop Botox entirely, in its entirety, because I really don't give a fuck anymore. Like, if you guys are not watching Botox and not taking other people's situations and learning from them, there's no point in me doing Botox, because there's people out there that I'm not seeing their emails and that I could be reading their emails instead. People that have real problems, and you guys are emailing me talking about your nigga ain't shit, when last week this girl was talking about her nigga ain't shit. The same exact story. He's texting bitches. He's saying he wants to fuck this girl. Like, why are you guys not paying attention to the details? I don't get it. Why are you emailing me about stuff that I've already addressed in previous Botox? I don't even know how many Botox videos I've done. I don't know how many stories I've covered since I started Botox. All I know is that it's been the same fucking thing over and 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 over again. Okay? I'm done. Like, I don't want to read about your ain't shit nigga. Like, I really don't. Cause what is different from your ain't shit nigga and her ain't shit nigga? Y'all both dating the same nigga as far as I'm concerned. Like, I might have to stop Botox for today and go to bed. It might be because it's 4:52 a.m. Like, you guys don't understand. I'm staying up late. I'm recording video after video after video for you guys. And the last thing I want is for my time to be wasted. So don't take my anger. Don't be offended by my anger. Don't think I'm rude. Like, matter of fact, I don't give a fuck if you think I'm rude. Bitch, I'm rude. But at the same time, it's just like, what are you really emailing me? Like, why is it the same shit every single time I do Botox? And this is why I don't do Botox every week. This is the shit right here, because every single time I do Botox and I sit here, I get angry. I get pissed. I get livid. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and read the same stories over and over and over again. Like, come on. Hey Bo, I want to start by telling you I love you and your videos. Love you too. And I'm hoping you can give me a bit of advice on the situation that I'm currently dealing with. It's a bit lengthy, so I apologize in advance. And I swear to God, if this story goes left, and like, I'm done with I'm done, and I'm done for the night. I'm gonna wipe my makeup off and go the fuck to bed, because I don't know why I'm even up doing this at these wee hours in the morning anyway. My water, oh my God, I forgot. Shit, yo. What is that? Is that a freaking... There's beer fuckery floating in my water, you know, because I did my makeup. Glitter. I want to drink it so bad, my mouth is dry. Makeup from doing makeup that's floating in my water. In 2015, I got into a relationship with a guy who I had previously knew from middle school, but ended up losing touch with him for about 2.5 years. We reconnected when I returned to my old neighborhood and began attending high school in that area. At first, it took us a while to make it official, but the day we exchanged kicks, I knew we'd end up where we left off. After about 1.5 months of talking, he called me one night and he said he wanted to make it official. Of course, I said yes, and we started dating. Months went by, and eventually we became sexually active, and my feelings for him became stronger. And no, I wasn't a virgin, but I do consider him my first. It's complicated, and I don't want to know about it, so thanks for not telling me the tea. By the time we had made 9 months, I started feeling weird. My period was about a month late, my boobs hurt, and I didn't feel like myself. After being in denial for so long, I went to a routine gynecology appointment and my doctor confirmed that I was indeed pregnant. I cried and cried because I'm only 17. Don't be mad at me, Bo. LOL. I ain't laughing today, I'm really not. So I told him, and of course we're both unhappy. The next day, our parents met up and made the decision to keep the baby. Wow, that's deep. But here's where the bullshit began. About 2 weeks after receiving the news about the baby, my doctor called and basically told me I had 2 STDs, gonorrhea and chlamydia. But I hadn't had sex with anyone but him in about 3 years. So I was instantly pissed off at him. But he took a test and he came back negative, which is impossible. If I had something, he would have gotten it because we barely used protection. He knew I didn't do it. Or so I thought. But the situation made me look bad. At that point, I decided I wasn't gonna keep my baby. Oh, wow. I scheduled an appointment for an abortion and went in to get one. I couldn't do it and ended up, I'm gonna cry. I couldn't do it and ended up keeping our baby. Oh, okay. Oh my God, you're sending me like through emotions right now. I told him this and think he was happy considering he talked me into keeping it. Fast forward a month later, he told me he wanted a break from me. And being that I was pregnant, I thought that was absolutely insane. I cried, begged, and pleaded with him to stay, but I couldn't stop him. I was devastated. He said he left because of the way I handled the situation. And yes, I admit I was a bit snappy, but I was scared and I felt like nothing was going right. Eventually, we stopped talking completely while I was carrying his baby. We walk around school and act as if we never met, and it hurt so bad. I am currently about 7 months pregnant and he still hasn't made an effort to reach out to me. I feel like he's using this as a cop-out, but at the end of the day, 2 people made the fucking baby and 2 people are gonna have to take care of it. Like, your parents made the decision to keep it. Both you guys, the parents sat down and said keep the baby. He's trying to get a cop out of this, and I feel like his parents should be stepping in at this point, but because you guys are both just kids. But anyway, let me just He claims he can't talk to me because of his parents, but his mom told my dad a different story. I reached out a few times, but he didn't respond. It's like he doesn't love me anymore, but he was just telling me how he'd never leave no matter what. But why you believe that, girl? Like, he's in high school. The niggas just say shit. Like, oh God. When he broke up with me, he promised that I wouldn't be alone during my pregnancy. But here I am 7 months later and I'm alone. At first, I hated my baby because he was a little piece of him. I wanted to die. I sat in my bed many nights and contemplated suicide. I feel so alone. He's not here to help me and it's so bad. It doesn't help that his best friend went around calling him a deadbeat dad to people at my school. He denied it when my ex found out and they're still friends. Now there's a rumor that I've been having sex with another guy and that my ex isn't my son's dad. But I was always with him. I never had time to cheat and I didn't want to. But the rumor didn't come until after his friend got busted for talking shit. So I have a feeling he started it. I feel like he's driving an even bigger wedge between us and I want to hurt him, girl. Because not only did he talk shit about my ex, he called me and spilled all my ex's tea to me. He tried to say my ex told him that he didn't care if he had sex with me and how he liked being used sexually. What kind of weird shit is this? He also told me my ex had somebody else the whole entire time. But part of me knew that wasn't true. I know him too well. But anyways, I want my baby back and I want us to be a family. I just need to know if it's worth pursuing or should I just give up. Much love, Kay. My personal opinion about the situation is even if you guys can't work out your relationship problems, even if he doesn't want to be with you anymore, you guys still have to co-parent and both of you guys need to take care of that baby. He needs to step up to the plate and help you take care of the child. It's sad that it's turned out the way that it has, but what can you do? And this is exactly why you need to be protecting yourself when you're having sex. Not only did you get pregnant, but you were diagnosed with not one but 2 STDs. And that could have all been prevented. 1, if you weren't having sex to begin with because you're just a baby. And 2, if you were using protection because you decided you grown and you finna have sex. Like, all this could have been prevented, but we're not going to talk about that because 1, you're already pregnant, 2, it already happened, and there's nothing we could do about it at this point. Your baby's going to come regardless. At this point, 7 months into your pregnancy, you really need to buckle down. If you see him in the hallway at school, you need to approach him and just be like, look, we don't have to talk this very second. I'm going to let you go in a second. However, we're talking today whether you like it or not. You're gonna find me on your lunch break, on your spare, or you're gonna call me, or we're gonna go out after school and we're gonna talk about this baby and what's next for us. We don't have to be together. Just because you're pregnant for somebody, just because you made a mistake, doesn't mean that you have to suffer through it. Like, if your baby daddy ain't shit, and I don't mean like he's not financially taking care of the child, if he just ain't shit and he's just being a dick towards you and not being supportive, there's nothing you can do about that, and there's no point in wasting energy on that. You cannot put your energy into things that you cannot change. Don't bother, don't waste your time. Like, there's so many other things you need to be worrying about right now, and to be honest, the main thing is the safety of your child and the health of your child and what happens after your child is born. And it's important that the father is at the birth because you didn't make this baby alone. So my advice to you is to stop worrying about whether you and the guy are going to be together or not. You should be worrying about your child at this point. Fuck the nigga, like, fuck him. It's his job to step up to the plate. All you can do is voice your opinion to him, voice your opinion to his parents, let everybody know that it took 2 to make the baby, and call it a day. Like, if after all that, if after you speak to him, speak to his parents, your father speaking to his mom, and you put everything out on the table and make it very clear that you didn't make this baby alone, you want help with the baby, everybody decided for you that you're gonna keep this child, I think because of that, everybody should be stepping up to the plate and helping you guys. You guys are young, you guys made a mistake, and now you have to live with it. And because the parents got involved right away in the beginning, it's not their job to help you guys, because they didn't help you guys make the baby, right? It's not their job to help you, but at this point, that's all they can do. A lot of girls would have got kicked out of their house. A lot of girls would have been in way worse situations than you are. And I think you've been very blessed to have a family that is understanding, and they will help you with your baby. Not saying that you should be very dependent on them to help you, but I'm saying that at least you know that they're there. So forget if he's gonna be there or not, though he should be. All you can do is have a conversation with him, let him know how you feel, let everybody know how you feel, and he needs to get his shit together. If he's not working, he needs to get a job. Diapers are not cheap. You're not going to make your dad and mom buy everything that you need for this child. How are you gonna take care of the child? You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. It made me sad, this story, because I'm already pissed off from the last two, and I wish you all the best. I hope that your baby daddy gets some sense knocked into him, and I hope that you are able to talk to him and see where you guys are gonna go from here. However, your main priority is not whether or not you guys are going to be together, and whether or not you're going to have your family. Your family is your mom and dad at this point. From the time that your guy was showing you that he's not going to be supportive, you should have just been like, okay, enough of that. I don't need you to support me. I have enough support with my parents. However, I need you to make sure that when this baby gets here, you're supportive of the baby, and that's when you can support me. Women, when they're pregnant, are hormonal anyway. Maybe you were a little bit mood swingy, who knows, and he just didn't want to be around it. But I think he's scared, and I think a lot of guys are scared when they find out that the girl they've been sleeping with is pregnant, whether it's a girlfriend or not, especially because of your age. I would put it up to him being scared. However, you're scared too, and just because he's scared does not make it right for him to leave you high and dry. When it comes to that, I just think he needs a little bit of time, but you definitely need to start pressing on him that it's time to crack down and like get his shit together. You're 7 months pregnant, and that's only 2 months left. God forbid the baby come early. Then what? He's missing the important things. Like, I would be so heartbroken if I were pregnant and Shooter wasn't there for me during my pregnancy. Like, I would literally be a mess. So I totally understand. Like, I can only imagine what you're going through, because I know that when I'm pregnant, I want him to be there every step of the way. Every ultrasound, like, I want him to always be there. If he misses it, I'm gonna flip shit. Like, you know what I mean? He's going to regret that in the long run, missing those things, and especially if he might, like, once he sees the baby, fall in love and, like, you know, be really apologetic, and he may want to fix things then once the baby actually gets there. But for right now, that is not your main concern, and it should never be your main concern. Your relationship should never come before your baby. Not saying that that's what you're doing, but it may head there, and I don't want it to head there for you. Put your baby first, worry about everything else after. Just know that God will never put anything on your plate that you could not handle. He will not give you more than you can bear. And so I don't know if you believe in God or not, but I do, so that's what I'm gonna tell you. But yeah, like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And I think that's it, you guys. I don't know how long this Botox is gonna be, but I can't read anymore. Like, I'm not in a good headspace to continue reading. So I'm gonna cut this off. But despite the fact that I cussed y'all out today and that I was mad as hell and I was swearing and acting the ass, I'm just really passionate about my shit. I'm passionate about what I do, and you guys take that away from me, and you guys make me lose. Not all of you, of course, but you guys make me lose that love I have, or that love I used to have for Botox, when I'm getting the same shit every week. And I feel like my time's being wasted, and I feel like I'm wasting everybody else's time, because there's people that don't need advice, that are just tuning in to watch Botox, and they comment all the time and let me know that they're not happy with it, and I know they're not happy with it because I'm not happy with it. So I needed to voice that. If you guys want to email me for Botox, it'll be in the description box where you guys can reach me at. My email address is only botox@gmail.com. If you've been emailing me on the other email, because I still get Botox emails to that and I just ignore them because you're not supposed to be emailing that. So if you are emailing the old email, you're gonna have to send it to the new email because that is not where you should be emailing me. With that being said, I'm sorry I went off. Not really, because I need to say what I need to say, but I will continue to go off until you guys get the fucking picture. I love you all regardless. I love y'all. I just don't love the stupidity that comes with y'all. Like, I don't. And I'm not gonna be apologetic for that. Like, I'm a very unapologetic bitch, so get over it. I love you all. And I will definitely see you in the next one. Maybe if I decide to do Botox ever again. Y'all bitches finna get Botox canceled on some real nigga shit. Okay? I can't even keep my eyes open. I'm so damn tired. Take my choker off. Good night.